This video is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. Identitech, Andres Glaisel, Laura G. Sanderson, Steve Aldersley, Anthony Coleman, Ray Schuster, David Dockery, and Kurt David. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video. I hope it's good. Change of schedule today. I'm recording at 8 a.m. Normally I go at like 10 or 11, but my schedule has changed, so I apologize if I'm a little not fully there yet, but I hope this video will be good regardless. Hello everyone. Welcome to another first reaction. This is the end of the line for David Bowie. Final album, guys. We made it to the end. We did 12 albums, and there's 3 or 4 more we're going to do on the horizon at some point in the future. What an interesting journey this has been. It started in, let's see, February 3rd, and today I'm recording this. It is May 15th. So 1, 2, 3, not quite 4 months, like 3.5 months it took us to get through all these albums. We took a little Patreon poll break, 3 albums in for electronic. And after Aladdin Sane, we did another one where I listened to Psycho Candy. And since Station to Station, it's just been all Bowie all the time, pretty much, just to kind of get it done. And I added Outside and The Next Day to the list of albums I was going to listen to. So it's been a while. We've been doing like nothing but Bowie since March, the end of March. So I'm ready to be done, moving on to something else. But this has been really cool. This has been a lot of fun, and I like that you guys have kind of been with me on the journey, because I knew very little of Bowie before this, and now I feel like I have a pretty comprehensive knowledge of him, which is kind of cool. I'm going to do a follow-up video after this Blackstar reaction, maybe like a week or 2 from now, because I'm going to take a break after this video as well. A week or 2 break. I'll do some streams in that time, but I just kind of want to take a break from making reactions for a little bit. Then we'll get back in with, I think, Morrissey. I think we'll do a Patreon poll album, and then we'll do Morrissey. But sometime after this video, I'm going to do like a retrospective on Bowie as an artist, because like regardless of whether or not I enjoyed any percent of the amount of this music, it was very cool to see like just the history of Bowie. I love getting music history, and that's kind of half the reason I'm doing these reactions as well. The other half is, to hopefully enjoy the music, but half of it is just like to kind of see where music was at any given point in time and just learn new things, which I have, and it's been really cool. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Last album I listened to was The Next Day. That was a solid one, surprisingly. I think it kind of shoots itself in the foot by being this transitional album. It doesn't quite have its own leg to stand on, because it doesn't feel like it has a full presence. But that being said, the songs on it are quite enjoyable. It just feels like they don't have a place to stand, or like, a spot at the table, I guess you could say. But I would say like Dancing Out in Space is one of my top 5 Bowie songs. I like Valentine's Day, Where Are We Now? There's great songs on that album that were more palatable to me than some other Bowie songs in the past. Not to say they're better or worse, but that album went down really easily for me. So cool, good. But now, Blackstar, the swan song, the intended swan song. Yeah, I heard the track Blackstar and I Can't Give Everything Away. Both great tracks. I Can't Give Everything Away is pretty solid. And he revisits the harmonica from Low on that track, which is pretty cool. But yeah, 2 days after it came out, he died of liver cancer, which was pretty tragic. We have Visconti back on the scene, and he described the album as Bowie's intended swan song and a parting gift for his fans before his death. It's a 41-minute album with only 7 tracks. We have a 9-minute track with Blackstar, a 6-minute track with Lazarus. The rest are about 4 or 5 minutes long. So art rock, experimental rock, jazz rock. I'm intrigued to see the totality of this album, to hear it all here. So we're just going to jump right in. We'll start with the obvious choice here, Blackstar. Like I said, I have heard this song, but I'm very eager to see where it kind of fits in the bigger picture of this album. So here we go. Going into the chorus.
Something happened on the day he died. How many times does it end? I'm a black star. I'm not against you. I can't answer why I'm against it, but I can tell you.
Wow. Great song. It's not one that like I listen to all the time, but you can't deny that's such a visionary piece of music. 'Tis a pity she was a whore. I haven't heard this one, I don't think. Somewhat on the shorter side here. What do we got?
Man, she punched me like a dude. Hold your man. Black struck the kiss, he kept my cock. Smoke the loose. Turns a pity she was a fool.
It's really interesting to go with a jazz angle on this album. Um, has he really toyed with jazz in this way before? Like maybe on an album that I didn't listen to or something? It just kind of seems like comes out of nowhere, you know? Because you didn't really get any hints of jazz on the next day. I don't know. Um, Fine song. This isn't an album I'm going to like love or be like, I can't wait to listen to this again, because this just isn't my style. Um, but it's solid. It's solid. Um, I don't know. I can't give everything away is definitely like the easiest track for me to listen to thus far, but I haven't listened to these other ones, so let's keep going. Lazarus.
I'm in heaven. I'm so high it makes my brain whirl. By the time I got to New York, now ain't that
That felt a little more. I'm all over the place on this reaction today. I'm telling you, it's because it's early. That felt a little more like kind of classic Bowie. I got some vibes from some of his older stuff there, but it still felt kind of Blackstar ish. Good. In some ways, I think I like that more than the first two tracks. Pretty good. Sue, or In a Season of Crime. It sounds like an outside title.
We'll buy the house. Why too dark to speak the words? For I know in a season of crime none need atone. Goodbye. It can't be right. You went with him.
It definitely reminded me of Outside. It had like this industrial vibe, a little bit of post punk in there as well, I think. I actually thought that one was pretty decent. Pretty decent. Least favorite so far was Tis a Pity. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's keep trucking. Girl Loves Me.
Gina so sounds so titty up this mouth check say when the front to the front they go. See, Julieta Gina, Judas Lee with a red run.
That song was weird. I don't like weird music. Ugh. Definitely one of the more kind of avant songs so far. Yeah, it didn't really strike me a whole lot, but it kind of fits. I don't know. I'm not really. It's hard for me to take this album song by song. It feels like it has to be kind of a cohesive piece, you know. Anyway, two tracks left. Dollar Days. This is good.
Cash girl, suffer me. I've got no enemies. I'm walking down. It's nothing to me. It's nothing to see. Don't believe for just 1 second I'm forgetting you. I'm trying to. If I never see the English evergreens I'm running to, I'm dying to.
And that goes right into the next one. That was cool. Kind of a nice little lead in into the next track, not only tonally, but thematically as well. Let's finish this out, guys. I can't give everything away. Such good harmonica.
The pulse returns from prodigal sons with blackouts hard. I can't give everything away. I can't give everything. I can't give everything. Pulse returns to prodigal sons with blackouts, hearts with flowered new. I can't give everything away.
What a swan song. Jeez. Crazy. Well, there it is, guys. There it is. I feel like I don't have a lot to say, actually. It's kind of like a bittersweet send-off, you know? There were certainly dark moments, like moments of grappling with things, but then it kind of just kind of takes off in the last couple songs. Feels a little bit lighter. Very potent. Very potent. It's probably not like a favorite of mine, but like it is what it is. And, you know, it stands on its own two legs, unlike what the next day did, but the next day kind of neat was like the off ramp, you know, or the on ramp or whatever you would want to call it. But yeah, there it is, guys. We did it. We did it. Yeah, so probably Lazarus, Dollar Days. I can't give everything away. Those are probably my favorites. I liked elements of Sue, elements of Blackstar, and then Tis a Pity and Girl Loves Me were like the most, you know, eccentric and just didn't jive with me. But solid album. Solid album. Cool. How you guys doing? You good? We made it. We made it all the way through. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I will take a week or two off. I'll probably post the Patreon poll video soon, so that you guys can vote, and it will probably like be a long voting period as well. And again, if you want to, if you want to be able to vote in those polls, just head over to patreon.com/AlexHeitz. Link is in the description. $1 a month is all you need to be able to vote in them. And as of right now, we have, I think, 17 patrons, which is more than some of the last times I had a Patreon poll happen. So the number has gone up, which will make the voting much more interesting, because when there's 7 or 8 patrons, voting's not that exciting. But yes, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I have the albums figured out that I'm going to do in the poll. It's been kind of there's certain ones that have been recommended over and over by different people, like re-recommended. So that'll be interesting. And yeah, stay tuned for live streams. I won't be absent, even though there won't be many reactions. But thank you everyone for joining me on my Bowie journey. Stay tuned for the Patreon poll video, live streams, and a retrospective on David Bowie. You've all been great. Thank you. Love you all. Like you more than a friend. And I will see you later. Godspeed.